Hey there, my name's Alicia Slaughter, and I'm a yoga teacher and holistic health coach here in Santa Cruz, California. And today I am joining you to share a short and sweet little flow, primarily based and made up of sun salutations. So appropriate for all bodies, all levels. I invite you to grab blocks and straps and come onto your mat. And if you don't have blocks or straps, I invite you to find blankets, pillows, belts, towels, whatever you feel like you are going to need to be comfortable. And if this is one of your first classes, my advice to you is just stick with your breath, be nice and patient with your body, and know that as you come into the different poses and the different movements, that repetition and consistency will help make them easier. And yoga is not about being flexible. So flexibility will come. No one starts off flexible. Well, some people are more flexible than others, but really the point of this practice is really to connect with your breath, to calm the fluctuations of your mind, and also to gently strengthen and lengthen and tone your body. So a lot of benefits, mind, body. And so get what you need and come to your mats, and we'll go ahead and get started. So grabbing your blocks and grabbing anything that you need, put them handy here at the front of your mat. And we will start off in child's pose. So toes together, knees apart, and you can start to gently walk your hands forward, placing your forehead on the mat. And then just take a couple deep breaths here. Slow is good, equal on the inhale and equal on the exhale. Placing your forehead on the mat, lengthening the back of your neck. If you'd like to twist and move into your hips a little bit here, walking your hands forward, feeling a length in your spine, hollowing out your armpits. Taking your time, tuning in, committing to yourself to just stay with your breath here for the duration of your practice. And just taking a moment to ask, what does your body need today? How can you be gentle and compassionate? Encouraging it to go just as far as comfortable and knowing where that edge is. And how do we come mindfully into these poses and into our bodies and into the moment? Staying with breath, staying present, not letting our thoughts get too far ahead of us or thinking about what might have happened before we arrived here on our mats. But just taking this opportunity to be with what is. On your next inhale, go ahead and walk your hands over to the right, placing your left on top of your right hand. Nice full body inhales, grounding, releasing exhales. Next inhale, walk across your mat and over to the other side. Right hand comes on top of left. Bring a little energy into your fingertips and let your fingertips crawl away as your hips pull away from your fingers. And then slowly coming back to center. You're going to lead with the back of the heart and inhale on up to tabletop. Taking a moment to place your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips, pulling your lower belly in, rounding in the shoulders. Start to take some cat-cows, opening up your spine. You're going to inhale and drop the belly and raise the gaze. And then exhale, rounding, pushing the ground away. Inhaling, dropping the belly, raise the gaze. And then exhaling, tucking your chin, rounding. Taking any other organic movements that feel good here. So maybe a barrel roll around one way. And then the other way. And then coming back to center, we're going to tuck our toes and gently push our hips up here, coming into down dog. And really super bend your knees in this first down dog, pushing your lower belly into your quads, pushing into the mat. And then as you're ready, you can slowly start to straighten one leg, switching your hips side to side, bicycling them out. Now coming to center, inhaling up onto your toes and exhaling, straightening your legs. Finding some stillness. Next inhale, you're going to gently start to tiptoe your feet forward, bending your knees a lot here as you arrive, coming into forward fold, bending your knees, grabbing your elbows, relaxing your head, switching back and forth, rocking. And then relaxing your hands on an exhale, walking your feet slightly underneath your hips. You're going to inhale, bring your hands wide, reverse swan dive, palms facing up. They touch at the top, gaze follows. And then exhale through heart center. Taking a moment to come to the top of your mat here, you can bring your feet hips distance apart or toes together, heels apart, and just take a moment to root your feet into the ground. Feel nice and strong in your legs. There, you can imagine that there's 4 points in your feet, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And you can lift your toes up and dig those 4 points in, having your arches lift up, and then gently placing your toes down, gripping the mat. Inhaling and rolling your shoulders back, opening your heart, palms facing forward, Tadasana. We're going to come into 3 sun salutation A's. We will do the first one slow and then the next 2, 1 breath per movement. So bringing your hands on an inhale to heart center, exhaling. Next inhale, you're going to bring your hands out wide, touching at the top, gaze follows, and then exhale, forward fold, bending your knees. Inhale, heart forward, bringing your hands to your thighs, neck and head go forward. Exhaling, bringing your hands to the ground, right foot steps back, dropping the knee, coming into low lunge. Gently bringing yourself up on an inhale, finding 90-degree angles with both of your knees here. Your front foot is rooting into the ground and pulling towards your back knee. Your ribs and your hips are gently pulling towards each other. You'll start to feel a nice little stretch here in the front hip, and then inhaling, hands up. As you inhale, the side body grows long. And then as you exhale, you release into the pose, pulling the front foot back towards the back knee. Next inhale, hands touch, gaze follows, looking up, and then exhale, framing the front foot. Placing the hands on the ground, coming back into plank, the left foot steps back. Taking a moment here, you can either come up onto your toes or to your knees, pulling the lower belly in, pushing the ground away, whatever feels comfortable in your body. Just another breath. And then as you exhale, we are going to drop our knees the first time, rounding our elbows in towards our body, coming down to the floor, preparing for low cobra. Pressing the toes, lifting the knees, hands pulled back and on the ground by your ribs, forehead to the ground. On an inhale, legs active, inhaling up, low cobra. Exhaling down. Gently pushing up through tabletop, tucking the toes, finding down dog. Just a breath here. As you're ready, right foot comes forward, left knee drops. Taking your time, you can untuck these toes or leave them tucked, whatever feels good to you. Coming on up, pulling the front foot back towards the back knee. 90-degree angles with the feet. Inhaling, hands up, palms facing forward. Some energy in your fingertips. As you inhale, your hands reach up, and you exhale, your shoulders relax away from your ears. Lower belly pulled in, lower ribs pulled in. Staying with smooth, equal inhales and exhales. Pulling the front foot back towards the back knee, inhaling, growing long, and then exhaling, framing the front foot. Back foot steps forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees. Rooting to rise, inhaling, hands go wide, they touch at the top. And then exhaling through heart center. Coming into your standing pose here, hands to heart, shoulders relaxed, feet rooted into the ground. So we're going to do that same thing 2 more times, but a little bit quicker this time. Inhaling, hands go wide, they touch at the top, gaze follows. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees. Inhaling, long spine. Exhaling, placing the hands on the ground, right foot steps back, untucking the toes if you'd like. Inhaling, hands come up, touching at the top. Exhale, framing the front foot. Coming back into plank. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, you can come down, knees, chest, chin, all the way to the ground. Flattening out, pushing the toes, lifting the knees, releasing the forehead to the ground. Inhaling up, light on the hands. Exhaling down. Pushing up through tabletop, tucking the toes. Coming into down dog. Next inhale, right foot comes forward. Back knee down. Inhaling up. And now exhaling, framing the front foot. Back foot steps forward on an inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Rooting to rise, up to standing. Hands go wide, they touch at the top. And then exhale through heart center. Arriving in your standing pose. One more time. Inhaling, hands go wide, they touch at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Bending your knees. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, back knee comes down. Inhaling, low lunge. Exhaling, framing the front foot. Step back into plank. This time, you can stick with the knees, chest, chin, or you can come down through chaturanga. So if this is hard for you and you want this to be a little bit easier, push-ups will help with that. So inhale here and come down, knees, chest, chin, or rock the weight forward, elbows in, coming down to hover, untucking the toes, pushing into the toes, coming into up dog. One more inhale, and then exhale, coming over the toes, down dog. Yogi's choice for those vinyasas here on out. Connecting back with the breath, releasing the neck. Next inhale, right foot comes forward, low lunge. Inhaling, hands up. Exhaling, framing the front foot. Back foot steps forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, rooting to rise, coming up to standing. Hands touch at the top. And then exhale through heart center. So that was Sun Salutation A. And then we're going to come into Sun Salutation B. Same thing as before. So the first one a little slower, and then the next 2, we will do 1 breath per movement. So we're going to come into chair pose. That's how Sun Salutation B starts. So feet can be hip distance apart, or you can keep them close. I'm going to bring mine hip distance apart, and I'm going to bend down, sending my hips back, coming into chair pose. Lower belly pulled in, back nice and neutral. Energy in your fingertips reaching high, long in each side body. Take a look down, and if you can't see your toes, go ahead and send your hips back more. Nice smooth breath here. Next inhale, hands touch, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands and come back into plank. Finding a nice stable plank here, yogi's choice, knees, chest, chin, and low cobra, or chaturanga, and then up dog, and then exhale, down dog. As you're ready, lift your right leg up as high as it will go, pushing the hands into the ground. We're going to come into three-legged dog. Another breath. Maybe reaching those right toes a little higher. And then as you exhale, bring the knee all the way through. Come up high on those left toes to find space. Place the right foot in front of the hands. Swivel the back foot into about a 45-degree angle. Bend into the front knee, and then inhaling, coming up. So making whatever little adjustments you have to here in Warrior One. Hips should be squared forward. Arches should be lifted. Pushing into the back blade of the back foot to lift the back arch. Palms facing together. Smooth breath. Next inhale, hands touch, look up. Exhale, framing the front foot. We're going to step back again into plank. Inhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, low cobra, or up dog. And then pushing through chaturanga or knees, tabletop, to down dog. So here, if you need to take a little child's pose and then come back to down dog if you're tired, child's pose is always an option. So if you wanted to do that, you just bring your knees down and relax, placing your forehead on the ground. Catching your breath, catching your energy. And then as you're ready, rolling forward, tucking the toes, coming back into down dog. Next inhale, the left leg rises high, three-legged dog on the other side. Try to keep your shoulders squared. And each inhale, try to lift those left toes a little higher. Inhale. And then exhale all the way through, left hand in front or in between the two hands on the ground. The right foot swivels, bending into the left knee. Inhale, warrior. Blade of the back foot. Shoulders relaxed. Lower ribs pulled in. Foot pulled back. Inhale, hands. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back, finding plank. Inhaling here. Exhaling through chaturanga. Up dog. And then down dog. From here, we're going to make our way towards the front of the mat. So you can tiptoe to forward fold if you'd like. There's also the option to jump. And then inhaling, coming up, chair pose. Get solid in your chair pose. Smooth breath. Next inhale, hands touch, look up. And then exhale, coming to standing. Take a moment to feel your feet rooting into the ground. Inhaling your shoulders up and back. My heart's beating a little bit. I wonder if yours is too. It looks a lot easier than it is. Okay, so we're going to do that 2 more times. 1 breath per movement, so a little bit quicker this time. Inhaling, bending into the knees, coming into chair. 1 more inhale. Hands touch at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, find plank. In plank, take a big inhale. And then exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. And then exhaling, coming over your toes, finding down dog. Next inhale, right leg rises high. Your breath lifts the leg. As you exhale all the way through, place the right foot in between the right and left hands. Back foot swivels. Inhaling up, warrior one. Exhaling down, framing the front foot. Step back, find plank. Take an inhale here in plank. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Next inhale, left foot rises high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring it all the way through, in between the hands, back foot swivels. As you're ready, inhale up, warrior one. Hands touch at the top. Exhale, coming down, framing the foot, step back, find plank. Exhaling down, inhaling up, and then over the toes, down dog. We're gonna make our way towards the front of the mat. As you're ready, you can tiptoe. We're inhaling, walking your toes in, your weight of your shoulder stacks over your hips, your gaze comes forward. Inhale into your toes, exhale, bend your knees, and then jump lightly. Inhale, flat back, and then exhale, coming in to chair pose. Another inhale here, hands touch at the top, and then exhale, coming into standing. We have one more of those. Inhale, coming in to chair pose. Next inhale, hands touch at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, find plank. Take an inhale here in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, or whatever vinyasa you are going with. And then exhale, down dog. Next inhale, right leg rises high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring it all the way through, back foot swivels. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, coming down, framing the front foot, coming back, find plank. Exhaling down, inhaling up dog, exhaling down dog. Next inhale, left leg rises high, three-legged dog. And then you come all the way through on an exhale, swivel the back foot. Inhale, coming touch at the top, gaze follows. Exhale, framing the front foot, step back, find plank. Inhaling here in plank, exhaling chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. As you're ready, we're gonna make our way to the front of the mat. Gently tiptoe, bending your knees, or if you'd like to try the jump, jump lightly. Inhale up onto your toes, gaze comes forward. Exhale, bend your knees, and then jump. Inhale, flat back, and then exhale, bending into the knees. Inhaling up, chair. Hands touch at the top, and then standing up. Hands to heart center. Feeling warm now. Maybe bringing your thumbs to heart center, closing your eyes, feeling your heartbeat. We're going to slowly make our way onto our backs and just work a little bit more into our warmed hips now that we have warmed up our bodies. So for fun, we're going to come into chair again. And then as you come down slowly, we're going to find our way onto our butts and then come into boat pose. So grabbing behind the knees, flexing the feet forward. If you'd like a little bit more, you can release your hands. And then gently bring your feet down to the mat. Bring your feet about hip distance apart or wider on your mat. And then you're just going to swivel your feet back and forth. So they look like 90-degree angles again on the floor, coming around this way, back and forth. And then we're going to release on our backs, coming into figure four. I'm going to grab a strap because we're also going to do a little bit of hamstrings. So releasing on your back, bringing your feet in, crossing right over left, coming into a figure four. Couple more breaths here into the right hip, pulling your left knee in. Start to breathe into the right hip. Switching sides. Right. Inhaling the right knee in. Gently releasing both feet down, grabbing your strap, your belt, or a towel, wrapping it around the ball of your right foot. You can leave your left knee bent and then start to flex the right toes back towards your face, gently pulling the leg towards your body. If you'd like, you can straighten the left leg, both feet flexed. Gently breathing into the hamstring on the right leg. And then as you're ready, you can bring your strap, belt, or towel into the right hand, and then pushing the left hand on the left hip, start to open your hip to the side. Trying to keep both hips on the ground here. And then as you're ready, we're going to come into a twist. So you can bring a straight leg across your body, or you can drop the strap and just taking the right knee over, gluing your right shoulder to the ground. And now coming back to center. Other leg, bending into your right knee, sending the left foot up, wrapping the strap around the ball of the foot as you can. And then straightening, flexing the left toes back towards your face, gently pulling the strap towards your body. And then as you're ready, if you'd like, you can straighten that right leg. Placing your right hand on your right hip, holding it down gently, you're going to let your left leg fall out to the side. And then slowly bringing it back to center. You can take a straight leg across your body here, if you'd like, or dropping the strap, just bending the knee in, and then sending the knee across your body, gluing the left shoulder into the ground this time. The left knee goes across. And then slowly coming back to center. Bending both knees again. Go ahead and bring your right foot into half happy baby here. Grabbing on to the outside of the right foot. And then gently switching, bending into the right knee, flexing the left toes back towards the face. Half happy baby on the left side now. And if it's hard for you to get that foot too, you can always wrap the strap and then bring it with the strap. Gently releasing. So we have a moment here for an inversion. An inversion I really like is just legs up the wall. So bringing your sacrum onto the block, sending your feet straight up. You can also place your sacrum on a pillow or a blanket or just on the ground. If you do have something to give it some height and to kind of tilt your pelvis back and help your legs stay up there with a little bit less effort, it's really nice. A pillow will do the trick. I remember when I first started yoga, it was really hard for me to be still and to sit with my breath. But then as I practiced and I kept on coming to my mat, it became more and more therapeutic for me and more something that I looked forward to. And so if you struggle with going slow and with just laying here and being gentle with your body, I invite you to take that as a little bit of a challenge to work through it and to keep on showing up and commit to some sort of a daily practice of just coming on to your mat, connecting with your breath, going slow, being gentle with your body. We go fast and from thing to thing all day, and it's really nice just to give our minds and our bodies a little love, a little break, the chance to slow down and tune in, not thinking too much. Being with what is. So gently, as you're ready, you can bend to your knees. You can remove your block and you can come and prepare for Shavasana. So one of the ways I like to release all the way onto my back is to breathe into my legs and find some activity in my legs, some engagement in my legs, and then let it all go. So coming with me, inhaling, lifting your right leg up, flexing out through your heel, flexing the right toes back towards your face, engaging your quad. Big inhale, and then exhale. Let it down and relax. Bringing your left toes off the ground, engaging your quad. Big inhale. And then exhale, releasing it down. Now picking up your shoulders, tucking your chin. Big inhale. And then as you exhale, releasing down. Your hands out a little bit wider, taking up space. And as you lay here in Shavasana, corpse pose, just let the benefits of your practice, the benefits of staying in the moment, the benefits of moving with breath, let all of that attention and that love soak into your body, into your cells. And whatever stillness you cultivated on your mat, whatever presence you were able to tap into, let that sink into your heart. And the Shavasana time is really where we bottle up all the benefits of our practice, and it's there available to us in our bodies for us to access later. I invite you to stay here on your backs for as long as you would like. And as you're ready to come out of Shavasana, you can take your time, maybe giving your body a full body stretch, bringing your hands above your head, stretching out from fingertips to toes, and then gently rolling over on one side, bending your knees, taking your time, pushing up to a seated position. If you'd like, just taking a moment to find a nice long spine. Scan your body, see how you're feeling after that fun little flow. Both hands on the heart, closing your eyes. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again. Namaste.